What are the most thrilling rides in Disney World?
Could you handle them?
We're gonna find out.
We're going around Walt Disney World riding each of the rides that Disney considers a thrill ride to let you know just how thrilling each ride it is. Let's go, baby! Now here at Magic Kingdom, there are 4 attractions that Disney considers thrill rides. Number 1, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Number 2, Space Mountain.
Number 3 is Splash Mountain.
And number 4, Big Thunder Mountain.
I should have worn my Mountain Man shirt.
Lots of mountains.
Yeah, it has mountain. It's fine. I'll wear it next time.
Well, yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, quick.
Let's get some thrills.
To the mountains! Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a family-friendly roller coaster. Probably the most family-friendly kind of thrill ride here, honestly, other than, I would say, something like Barnstorm or something like that. But what makes this ride extra special is the roller coaster. It actually kind of rocks from side to side. It swings naturally, which is super cool. It takes you through the Seven Dwarfs mines, get all those fancy gems, and leads you all the way up to Snow White's cottage, where the old hag is, trying to knock her out.
We only waited 35 minutes.
35 minutes.
Hashtag rope drop.
Yeah,
No.
35 minutes. So originally the line was 60 minutes. We only waited 35 minutes, which is, not a bad wait for Mine Train. That's great. That's awesome.
Ride is thrilling. For me personally, I don't. I definitely think it is a family-friendly coaster. If maybe this is your first coaster, or you're maybe a little bit younger, or you don't like coasters at all, this could be thrilling. But for me, who does enjoy them, not the most thrilling.
I agree. It's definitely super smooth, super tame. Definitely, if someone were going on a roller coaster for the very first time, I'd actually tell them to go on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train even before Barnstormer, because Barnstormer can get a little rocky, a little shaky. This is super smooth, and definitely anybody who wants to experience a roller coaster for the first time, I definitely recommend Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yeah, tons of fun, but maybe not super thrilling.
The only reason I can fathom that Disney even considers this a thrill ride is because it is a coaster. It is a coaster that has hills and some drops, but it is the tamest of all thrill rides. So, sure, in the sense of a thrill ride, yes, it is a roller coaster, and it does kind of go around.
So who would and wouldn't find this thrilling? I think if you're maybe a little bit on the younger side, if this is one of your first coasters, and maybe if you're a little bit older but you're not into coasters, I think you could find this thrilling.
This is just 1,000%. If you need someone to experience a coaster for the first time, this is going to be it for you, for sure.
All right, last question. Rate it 1 to 5 thrills.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, interesting. I would say 1. I just don't think it's thrilling. I think it's tons of fun again, but it's just not super thrilling.
I'm trying to be a little sensitive to the people who don't really go on thrill rides that much, Emma. And not super thrilling, but I don't want you to think you're going on the people mover when you ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I will say, we do have Genie Plus. We did purchase Genie Plus today. We got up right at 7 o'clock. We purchased Genie Plus, and the first Lightning Lane pass we acquired was Space Mountain. That was for 10 o'clock, but we did rope drop Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It was approximately, the wait time said 60 minutes. It was only 35 minutes, which is awesome. But it is now currently 9:55. We've got about 5 minutes until our Space Mountain Genie Plus selection.
Alrighty, next up on our list is Space Mountain, one of my favorite rides here. There is a 44-inch height requirement here. It is a very dark ride, somewhat intense roller coaster. It takes you into outer space, super popular. I'm very excited to hop on. We'll see how thrilling it is. Sage.
It's my moonwalk.
But we're not in space yet.
So I should do the other moonwalk?
Sure. Wow.
I definitely think Space Mountain is 100% thrilling. It is, after getting off a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, There is nothing smooth about that.
No.
Nothing
It'll
smooth.
make you heart race.
You are, and it is pure darkness.
So the reason Disney considers this a thrill ride is because it is. It's a roller coaster in the dark.
That's how we're gonna measure the rest of the thrill rides. Does it make you scream? Does it make your stomach feel something? Is there adrenaline involved? That's how we're gonna consider thrill rides from this point forward.
Yeah. Who do I think would find this thrilling? I think a lot of people would find this thrilling. To be honest, anybody who enjoys a medium coaster, I would say finds this thrilling, especially little kids who would find this thrilling, maybe even scary at some points. I find it thrilling.
I think you're selling this a little short.
I don't know. I think if you're a major coaster rider, like if you're going to Universal or somewhere else, and there are huge coasters, and you're like, those are only okay, you're not going to be satisfied with Space Mountain.
What?
That's just an opinion.
That's the interesting thing about answering these questions. It really depends on the person.
Yeah.
If you're an average person who is coming to the park for the first time, this is definitely, you would find this ride 1,000% thrilling.
Well, then let's just rate it.
All right.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 5, how many thrills? 1, 2, 3. See,
Okay.
I think it is thrilling.
Yeah.
Just maybe not the most thrilling thing you'll ever do.
No, that's okay.
All right, next up on our stop is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is a crazy, wildest ride in the wilderness coaster. It is a steel coaster. It takes place, of course, in the Wild West. There is a 40-inch height requirement, and it's tons of fun. Can't wait to hop on. Ride in the wilderness.
Oh,
I love the wilderness.
she's an actress. I think Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is definitely a thrill ride, a coaster. It is basically the thrilling version of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Is really how I would consider it. It is definitely a thrill ride. Definitely, again, we're checking off the boxes here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I scream? Yeah. I maniacally laughed, which was strange.
Scary?
But I did that. Did it make me feel something in my stomach? Yes, and it did give me some adrenaline. Not as thrilling as Space Mountain, but still pretty up there. What about you?
I would totally agree. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head when I don't think this is as thrilling as Space Mountain, but I do still find it thrilling. Again, for maybe smaller kiddos, there are going to be parts of it that are a little bit more intense. It definitely shakes you.
Disney considers this a thrill ride because it is a coaster. It is a coaster that definitely gets up to a certain speed that it's pretty up there.
Do I personally consider this a true thrill? We kind of already went through our 3 things. Yes, it gives me butterflies. I scream, even though sometimes I might swallow a bug and choke on it.
Yeah.
And I don't laugh like a maniac.
I still know where that came from.
I don't either. And do I feel full adrenaline when I get off? Absolutely I do. So to me, yes, I think it's a true thrill ride.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 5, our thrill meter is 1, 2, 3.
I'm trying to do a half right there.
That's a half?
It's very, I have small.
Okay, so you went 3.5.
3.5, because
Oh,
I
I
don't
went
think
full
it's
3.
a full 4.
No.
But I think it's a little bit more than a 3.
Interesting.
So I'd go.
Well, which is, I guess, on the scale of thrill. That's why Seven Dwarfs was a 2 for me, Big Thunder was a 3, and Space Mountain is a 4. But I'm very curious to see where Splash Mountain falls on that for us. It is important to point out that the height requirement for the Splash Mountain is 40 inches or taller. And just forewarning, you may get wet. We were just given row 1, which means we are definitely gonna get. Oh, don't cry! Don't cry! Don't cry! Right away, before we even any dips, my butt is already wet.
The water's warm.
The water is warm. All right, here we go. Was it this one?
Successfully splashed.
Successfully splashed. How'd you feel about it as a thrill ride?
I feel actively thrilled every time I'm on it. Splash Mountain is one that I have a super fun time on, even though I don't like getting wet that much. I have a great time. I'm thrilled. Are 3 things. Did I scream? Absolutely.
Yes.
Did I get butterflies? Yes.
Aww.
I know, every time. What can I say? And do I have adrenaline? Absolutely. My hands are shaking. Just a little.
Yeah.
Not crazy, but a little like, woo.
Yeah. Now, why does Disney consider this a thrill ride? I'm assuming just because of the sheer 50-foot drop alone.
Maybe.
There are a couple drops because, again, it is part thrill ride, part dark ride. But the thing that makes it a thrill ride is it has a couple drops. Even the second drop into the laughing place, it even becomes a coaster just for a hot second before you splash down. And then the 50-foot drop is just absolutely bonkers, and we got soaked. So if you're looking to cool down and you want to thrill, this is definitely for you. However, if you do not like getting wet on rides, this is definitely not it, because I got obliterated. I got super soaked. I mean, the further back you sit, and I think at night there are some jets involved. You want to rank it?
I'm ready to rank it.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, thrill. Whoa.
I said it.
Wait a minute.
And I can't believe it because it's not my favorite. But the true terror that I feel going down that 50-foot drop.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, there we go. That was your most thrilling ride at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
There it is.
My heart's racing. So one thrill ride that isn't open just yet is Tron Light Cycle Run. This is a coaster that will be opening in 2023 that takes you on a motorcycle just like in the Tron movies. We are so excited, and until then, here's some good looking construction.
Good morning from Hollywood Studios. Today I'm riding the rides that Disney considers thrill rides here, and there are 5 of those. You have Rockin' Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, Slinky Dog Dash, Smuggler's Run, and Rise of Resistance. First up is Rise of the Resistance. Let's go!
Miss Daisy is out. Let's go say hi to Daisy this morning. Oh, look at her fabulous self. Hi, Daisy. Oh, pose, pose. Rise of the Resistance is the most popular ride here in Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, this does have a 40-inch height requirement. This is an extremely immersive ride that makes you feel like you're actually in Star Wars, which is so cool. I'm so excited, guys. Let's go.
I just got off of Rise of the Resistance, and I pulled off over here in the shade for a little bit to talk to you guys. I think this ride is just so much fun. I think it's a thrill ride. Do I think it is the biggest Disney thrill ride? No. But it's a lot of fun, and it's an experience. It's a whole 18-minute experience that really makes you feel like you're in Star Wars. And I think that's why Disney thinks it is a thrill ride. Would I find this as thrilling as some of the other rides in Disney? No. I would give this about a 3.5 out of a scale of 1 to 5 as far as how thrilling it is. I think anybody of all ages would enjoy this ride, would think it's thrilling, would think it's fun, especially those Star Wars lovers would really enjoy this ride if you're ever here in Walt Disney World. Is it worth going on your Disney World trip? Yes, especially if you are a Star Wars fan. Next up, we are going to Rock and Roller Coaster.
Rock and Roller Coaster has 4 different Aerosmith medleys that could be playing while we're on this ride. So I'm kind of excited to see which ride we get today. We've made it over here to Rock and Roller Coaster. Now this ride does have a 48-inch height requirement. This is an intense indoor roller coaster that takes you on a super stretch limo as you kind of go to a Aerosmith concert, and I'm super excited. We did get a lightning lane for this, so we're gonna get in that lightning lane right now. Currently the standby wait time for this is 80 minutes.
Just got off of Rock and Roller Coaster, and I love this ride. It is so, I love a good coaster, and this is a good coaster. I give this a full 5 out of 5, 100%. Definitely a thrill ride for Disney. Makes sense why they consider it a thrill ride. It's fast, it's dark, it's jarring, it got twists and turns. It's amazing. I love this. I think this should definitely be on your bucket list if you are a thrill ride type of person. It does go upside down, but I do think this is a thrill ride. I think anybody would enjoy this ride. I think it's a must-do on your next trip to Walt Disney World. Next up, we are gonna go hit up Tower of Terror for our next lightning lane.
So we just exited Rock and Roller Coaster, and we're gonna turn our ride around and come over here to Tower of Terror, which is dun, 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 right there. Currently the standby wait time is 55 minutes, but we did get that lightning lane for this ride, so we're gonna hop in that lightning lane and beat out that crazy wait time of 55 minutes. Did you guys know that this attraction is 199 feet tall? But it is not the tallest attraction. When they built Expedition Everest over there in Animal Kingdom, the Imagineers wanted to essentially win. So they built Expedition Everest only half a foot taller than the Hollywood Tower of Terror. We are over here at Hollywood Tower of Terror, and we're about to hop in our lightning lane and experience this ride together. But first I want to say that this ride has a 40-inch height requirement, and it is themed after the Twilight Zone show. So let's go get on.
Moment after that one. I am so thankful I have not ate today. Disney considers this a thrill ride because it is jarring, has lots of drops, it's dark, you never know when those drops are coming. It has multiple drops, I might add. But I do enjoy this ride. I consider this a thrill ride. I understand why Disney considers this a thrill ride. I give this a 5 out of 5 again as far as thrilling factors go here in Walt Disney World. I will say that a lot of people will enjoy this ride. However, there are those jarring drops, and those are not suitable for everyone. You know, people with medical problems, back problems, neck problems, things like that, always to be a factor to play in here. Do I consider this a thrill ride? Yes. Do I think it's suitable for everyone? No, because it is super dark. It can be claustrophobic, so that's something to consider. It does have really jarring drops and things like that. Just something to be aware of when you're planning your vacation. It is pretty intense. We are going over to Smuggler's Run, and then we're gonna finish it out at Slinky Dog Dash. Let's go.
Welcome to the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. This ride has a 38-inch height requirement, and this is a simulation ride where you can either be the engineer, the pilot, or the gunner. So let's see what I get today. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the standby wait time right now is 45 minutes. We're gonna wait in that line because I did not get a lightning lane for this one, which is okay. There is a single rider option as well.
I feel like this ride is a little similar to Mission Space. And I did not do well on Mission Space as far as sickness goes. Thrilling, but sick thrilling, you know? So we're gonna see. We're gonna put this to the true test today. I don't know who let me be a pilot, but no one should let Miranda pilot again. All right, officially off of Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run. I understand why Disney considers this a thrill ride. It is pretty thrilling. It has some minor jars and you never know what to expect based on your crew. I was a pilot. I was a horrible pilot, but it was fun nonetheless. I did really enjoy it. That is something to consider with this ride, is that it can be a motion sickness trigger. I will say it was a lot of fun. Do I give this a thrill ride factor? Yes, but more because of the experience, not in the thrilling part. More of just the whole experience is very, it makes sense why it's considered a thrill ride because of that. I would give this I'm gonna go with a 3 out of 5 as far as thrill factors go. But that's my opinion. I wanna know your opinion. And let me know when you guys ride this ride, what position you get, and be a better pilot than me, please, because I was not very good. All right, now we're gonna go finish it up with Slinky Dog Dash.
We are making our way over here to Slinky Dog Dash. Now this does have a 38-inch height requirement, and you're going to ride on the back of Slinky Dog through Andy's backyard.
Toy Story Land is my favorite land because of how colorful it is. It makes me feel like a kid. It's just so creative, and it brings me joy. Granted, it is very hot in this land. I'm aware of this, but it brings me so much joy to see so much color, and shrinks you down to feel like you're a kid because everything is ginormous here, and I love it. It just makes me so happy. So, little tidbit of information: Miranda loves Toy Story Land, and there goes Slinky.
I found why Disney considers this a thrill ride is because Slinky Dog Dash is an exciting roller coaster type ride that features sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops.
A girl who loves a good coaster, and that one is so much fun. I just love that you feel like you're a toy, you're riding on the back of Slinky Dog going through Andy's backyard, and I just love that so much. On a scale, I don't want to give it a 3, but as far as thrilling goes, it's a 3 in my opinion. It does get pretty fast though, so it could be like a 3.5 honestly. It has those ups and downs. It has that bigger drop. It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun. Kids 38 inches and up, honestly, anybody would enjoy this. I feel like even if you don't love roller coasters, that this is a roller coaster you might honestly enjoy. And I believe that full-heartedly. So this is definitely a must-do in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because it's my favorite. I'm saying that because it is genuinely so much fun. Do I consider all of these thrill rides? No. I consider Rise of Resistance, Tower of Terror, and Rock and Roller Coaster to be thrill rides as far as everything goes. The most thrilling ride in this park in particular, for me, would have to be Tower of Terror. It was a toss-up between Rock and Roller Coaster because I love a good coaster and Tower of Terror, but Tower of Terror is just, I'm so caught off guard with Tower of Terror. I never know what to expect. I don't know when these drops are coming. I don't know how many there are, so that's what I have to go with is Tower of Terror. The least thrilling ride in this park would have to be Smuggler's Run, in my opinion. I just didn't find it extremely thrilling. While there are unexpected jars and things, it just, for me, I want the more drops, the thrills, the ups and the downs. I preferred the coasters and Tower of Terror. I love a good thrill ride. They're so much fun. I love not knowing. I love the thrill of them. I love the heights. I love the twists and the turns and the jarring factor of these rides. So for me, I love the coasters and I also love Tower of Terror.
We are here at Animal Kingdom, where Disney tells us there are 4 thrill rides here at Animal Kingdom. First one,
Cali River Rapids.
second one, Flight of Passage. Third one,
Expedition Everest.
fourth one, Dinosaur. You said Cali River Rapids first.
Yeah.
So,
To Cali River.
to Cali. One more time, Emma.
I am somebody who can find the beauty and value in everything. But there are 2 things in Disney World I don't feel that way about. Astro Orbiters, Cali River Rapids.
Astro Orbiter, I totally understand because
Yeah.
people
Terrifying.
don't understand like how terrifying Astro Orbiter is. Like I'm shocked every time I do it. So Cali River Rapids is a raft attraction where basically you are going down white water rafting in the Cali River. This was such a poor choice.
She told us to stay nice and dry. That's hilarious.
So,
I mean, I needed to take a shower, so it worked out great. I just forgot my soap at home.
one more time. What? One more time.
That's enough! That's enough!
Oh, that's good. That's a good sticky walk. Oh no.
Well, successfully thrilled in my opinion.
Real? That happened?
For about half a second, I was truly thrilled, and then the ride was over.
Yeah, that is, I forget how quickly that ride is. We used Genie Plus. This was our first Genie Plus selection just because it was the longest wait, which is crazy. Yeah, there was one drop and then it was over.
Yeah, and we got the big wave.
Yeah, and I will say that the drop was thrilling because we got soaked. I think the reason Disney counts it as a thrill ride is because of, well, it is a water raft ride. It does, and it does send you down a pretty big hill to get just completely soaked.
Yeah. All right.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 5, how are we rating this bad boy?
All right, you ready?
Oh, that's right, 1, 2, 3, go, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, on thrills.
sure.
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
There, I'll give you that. I thought about it, but I mean, I did feel adrenaline when I felt that wave go.
Yeah.
So that brought it up to a 2.
Yeah, that part was cool, which is the only reason I'm giving it a 1 was because that, and I'm giving it 1 for 1 drop.
Yeah.
That's why I did it. Because it's so short. I want more. It's
It
great.
was.
So yeah, all right, well that's a solid rating. But
Yeah.
we have a bunch of more thrill rides yet to come.
Let's get going.
Let's go.
The next stop here is Expedition Everest, which of course is one of the biggest roller coasters here in Animal Kingdom. There is a 44-inch height requirement. It's a super tall roller coaster. It takes you through the Forbidden Mountains, where you may or may not encounter a Yeti. I say may or may not because I'm not spoiling what happens. Let's ride.
As you get on each ride, what is your preference? Do you like to sit on the right or the left? I'm sure it varies ride to ride, but for Everest, are you a lefty or a righty?
Righty.
Why?
Right-handed. I feel safer and my hand is stronger for filming.
Ha, fair.
I don't think my hair is dry. Just maybe more tangled. Rapunzel, call me.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a thrill. I
That's a good one.
genuinely think this is a thrill ride. It's
Yeah.
definitely one of my favorite thrill rides
Oh,
in
yeah.
all of Disney World.
Solid.
I mean, butterflies, check. Adrenaline, 1000% check.
Did you scream?
I check.
Yeah.
So it hit the markers for me.
Yeah, especially because there are some really cool different things that happen regarding the ride vehicle and how it goes backwards and things like that. Hold on. I think for me, the thing that makes this ride so thrilling is are the drops, but not only the drops. It's the backwards when it goes backwards. It's not a launch, but it does basically release backwards into this abyss,
which is almost more menacing than a launch.
It's like a dark abyss. It just kind of releases you into. Also, whether or not that Yeti is actually moving, it's terrifying. It is very scary.
Yeah.
Also, the more we're learning about this, I feel like anything that's a coaster that's not really specifically designed for kids, I think Disney immediately checks off that box as like, this is a thrill ride, because this is definitely a coaster, hardcore, definitely a thrill ride.
No question at all. I don't know that kids necessarily are going to love this one. The drops are pretty big, and there are lots of dark sections of the ride.
Loud noises.
So if you don't like loud noises, dark sections, or big drops, this probably isn't for you.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Really?
This checks every box for me.
That's okay. The reason I think it's a 4 is just because I just know that there are not scarier rides, but more thrilling rides at Disney World. But maybe I shouldn't compare it to other things.
I'm trying to think of them singularly. What does this ride deserve as a rating? And for me, this checks every box, but also I'm biased because it's my favorite.
Dinosaur, here we are, is a high thrill dark ride where you basically travel back through time to pick up an iguanodon. You're bringing a dinosaur back from prehistoric times, but things obviously do not go as planned. Big warning on this one, and I mean warning. You got dark places and scary dinosaurs. This prehistoric tour is a high-speed, turbulent ride adventure that includes sharp turns and drops. For me, it's not the dinosaurs jumping in your face. It's the sounds.
Yep.
The sounds are so loud and scary. It freaks me out.
They're overwhelming.
Yeah.
Let's roll!
I thought he said nothing would go wrong!
Okay, now let's go get that dino.
Mission accomplished.
I don't like you.
Oh.
I don't. We have some issues.
What did he do to you?
There's a lot of unpacked dinosaur trauma that I'm dealing with,
Okay.
and it stems from him.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you to know, I want to get out in the open, I don't like you.
I'm so thrilled. I love this ride. How do you feel though?
It is terrifying. This ride is so scary. You forget, I mean, we ride these rides all the time. We're so grateful to do that. But every once in a while, we take a break from a ride because, I've been in Epcot a lot. I came back and wow. Oh my gosh, I forget how much that ride tosses you around. Fun fact, this is the same ride vehicle and track as Indiana Jones over at Disneyland. So it's very similar, but this is much darker.
I screamed. I felt the butterflies in my stomach when I saw that. Not the iguanodon, the Carnotaurus. And also adrenaline.
So much adrenaline.
That, honestly, as many as we've gotten to do, there's something about this one that I just feel a rush. I think a lot of people would not like this ride though. Unfortunately, as much as I like it and as much as Sage might not, a lot of people agree
I want to
with
be
you.
clear. I love the ride.
Yeah.
It terrifies the out of me.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I don't think everybody would love this ride, even though we love it. There are a lot of things about it to probably not like. It is dark. It jostles you. There are some really intense flashing lights and sounds. There's a lot of things, and there's some drops. Not crazy ones, but like sudden ones that if you don't know they're there, they will catch you off guard. So I could see a lot of people not really enjoying this thrill ride, but I also know people like us who really love it.
Okay,
Ready?
1, 2, 3. I knew it.
No question.
No question.
No doubt in my mind.
That
the
is-
scariest, most thrilling for me.
The same.
thus far.
Same. Scariest, most thrilling by far, and I'm pretty sure it is not gonna beat out any other ride. I think other
Scariest? No.
for scariest. I think there are other great thrill rides, but this is definitely the scariest for sure.
100%.
Woo.
Ready to go flight of passage?
I need to have a good cry, so I think Flight of Passage is the next best place to go.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's go.
let's go.
Okay, to wrap up thrills here in Animal Kingdom, we have to come to none other than Flight of Passage. Flight of Passage is a simulator ride here in Pandora. It is a 44-inch height requirement, which is good to know for those smaller kiddos. It's also a simulation ride, which we think it's important that you know sometimes if you have a fear of heights, this might not be your best option. This ride is so much fun. You get to ride through the Valley of Moara on the back of a Banshee from Avatar. It's amazing, really cool technology. So we're gonna head on.
You know what? I think this should be a full-time thing.
They're my reading glasses.
Okay, good.
I can't read.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, I'm speechless when I get off that ride.
Seriously.
Genuinely speechless. Would you say it's thrilling?
That's tough. There are some really great thrills to it because it is thrilling in a different way. It is thrilling, like I really feel like, you know, you've been transported to this like place you're really riding on a Banshee, that you can feel the breath like in between your the chest expands. It's really cool.
I think it's thrilling to the heart and the soul.
Yeah.
Like that's where it's thrilling to me.
I will rate it if you're ready.
I think I'm ready.
Okay, now this is based on thrill, not how much I enjoy it,
Yeah,
but this is based
totally
on if I
based
think
on
it's a
thrill.
thrill ride.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Nice.
solid.
That's actually pleasantly surprising. I was worried we were
Gonna
going to
be-
go two different ways. I'm thrilled with it emotionally, but as far as thrill rides go, I don't necessarily consider this to be a big thrill ride.
Yeah. So, I think it's been a successful thrill ride day at Animal Kingdom.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Tons of thrills.
Nailed it. All right, we are here at Epcot. Miranda, I have a question for you. What park at Disney World do you think has the most thrill rides?
Oh, well, it's not this one.
What? How do you know?
This one has like 3.
According to Disney, Epcot only has 3 thrill rides. Now that Guardians is here, it also has Test Track and Mission Space. Want to go on Guardians with me?
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Guardians, baby.
All right, first up is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Guardians has a 42-inch height requirement, and it is the newest ride in Epcot. The Omni Coaster, so it like swivels 360 degrees, and it goes reverse launch, taking you on your own adventure with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Also, something interesting to point out is that there are 6 different song selections you can get as you are going through the attraction, or as you're going on the ride. It can change depending on when you're riding the ride. There is, they announced a Christmas overlay, so we're gonna start to get some Christmas, some holiday songs that go that change. All right, what song are you hoping for? First question. What song are you hoping for on this attraction? You got September. Everyone wants to rule the world.
Actually, I want September because it's still September.
It is currently right. Yes, currently right now it is still September. When we are filming this, it is September. I'm still a stand for Conga for the holiday overlay. Is there a specific holiday song you're wanting on Guardians of the Galaxy? Rocking around.
Yeah, Rockin' Around
Christmas.
Christmas.
Oh,
I think
interesting.
that'd be fun.
Interesting. All right. Wait a minute. We have to get September now.
We do.
We-
21st.
It's the 21st of September when we're
Yes.
recording this, so we have to get September. We did not get September.
I'm a little sad.
We did get One Way or Another, which is a good song.
It was a great song.
Thrill rides. Did we find it thrilling?
Yes.
Why?
It's fast. It's unexpected because it's dark in there. It's fun.
Did you scream?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Did it make you feel something in your stomach? Little butterflies?
It does a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
And adrenaline rush.
Yes.
So much adrenaline.
Yes.
It's a high intensity coaster, which is usually if it's unless it's specifically designed for younger ones, they definitely consider most coasters here a thrill ride. So this is definitely probably honestly out of all the thrill rides here, this is probably we started with the biggest thrill.
We did.
Honestly.
Yes. I think a lot of people would find this thrilling. Obviously, you do have that 42-inch height requirement, so I think anybody above that would honestly really enjoy this.
Some people tend to get motion sickness on this, but
True.
people who do have motion sickness, like Quincy, actually, because this is pretty smooth, you might have to try this out for yourself because people get motion sickness on it, but some people don't, who tend to get motion sickness just because it is a pretty smooth coaster. The other reason you might want to pass this one up is because the only way you can go on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is the virtual queue or purchasing the individual lightning lane. That's the only way you can get on Cosmic Rewind currently. So if you missed your chance, either booking it at 7 o'clock in the morning or then booking it again in the afternoon, then you might miss this. But for everybody else,
I think it's pretty solid.
I wholeheartedly recommend this. To the next thrill!
Woo!
All right, we are here at another thrill attraction here at Epcot, Mission Space. Mission Space does have a 40-inch height requirement. It is a simulator attraction that basically spins you to simulate G-forces and makes it feel like you're launching into space. And for those of you that don't do well with high-intensity G-forces or ride simulators in general, there is a less intense green side. But for the purposes of today, because it is a thrill ride, we are hopping in that orange lane. Now in the high-intensity orange mission, we are basically training to go to Mars. We're training to go to Mars. We are being recruited. We're each going to get our own role, whether it be commander, pilot, engineer. But on the Earth Green mission, you're actually going to Earth. And again, it's less intense. You still get assigned the same roles, but just less intense G-forces. And probably for people who get motion sickness, this is probably more designed for you. Now, it is only a 10-minute wait for the orange mission. As you can see, it already says above, more intense.
Yay!
I'm here for it.
Alright, we just got done with Mission Space.
Yeah.
A couple of things. Gotta check off the box. Did you scream? No.
Really?
No.
I didn't scream either.
No.
It's okay though. It's okay. All right, the two other
Got
boxes
two other
to check.
things.
Okay, did it give you butterflies? Like
Yes.
weird stomach things?
Yes.
Okay, but a good or bad stomach thing?
Bad.
And number 3, did it give you an adrenaline rush?
It did. I think I'll give it that. Do you guys remember those things at the fair that spin around really fast and it like pushes you upwards? That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's why people don't like it.
Yes, no, it is very intense. The G-forces can get extremely intense. Also, you are in an enclosed dark space. So
Yeah.
if you have any kind of claustrophobia, I recommend you get as far away from this ride as possible.
Don't go in.
Yeah, there's no way. But I think the reason Disney considers this a thrill ride is because the G-forces are so intense.
Yes, I agree with that. It definitely is your more intense ride. It's not something that everyone can do, so that might be another reason they consider it a thrill ride.
If we were to do that again, would you go on the green side or would you stay on the orange side?
I would go on the green side.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Mellow it out a little bit for me.
Now I'm on the other side of that coin where I'm like, well, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it.
It's fair.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Next thrill!
Have you ever wanted to build your own car and then see how well it does? Well, if that is an interesting concept to you, definitely ride Test Track. This is a ride sponsored by Chevrolet. It is the fastest ride in Walt Disney World. So at the beginning, you design your own car, and then at the end, you can see how your car compared to the other cars in your group. Oh, and it does have a 40-inch height requirement.
Track gets a lot of like. It also kind of gets like a weird hate because of the but only because of the nostalgia of the older attraction. People love the older attraction.
Yes.
What's your preference? The newer one or the older one?
I'm gonna go with the new one.
Oh wow, hot
Yeah.
take. Why do you prefer the newer one over the older one, Miranda?
It's a lot more high tech. It's a lot more advanced.
That's fair.
It's got more lights and more fun elements to add to it.
Yeah.
Versus the old one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the old one, you really became a crash test dummy. For the newer version, you're more of it's more about the designing of the car itself. But was it thrilling?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
You know, yes, it was.
Yeah, it goes up to speed. It's one of the fastest, actually the fastest ride on Disney World property at 64.9
Yes.
miles an hour. Very exciting.
It makes you, because of the lights and all of the fun elements, it makes you feel like you're going even faster than that, so that's really fun.
Now, why do you think Disney considers this a thrill ride?
Because of the fastness, because of the elements that it brings, the thrill of the ride, brings it all together, makes it a thrill ride for Disney.
Now, it does go pretty fast, and there is a height requirement, and there are some very dark and loud elements. So, if that bothers you at all, it jostles you around quite a bit. Yeah, but definitely a great thrill ride, for sure. So I think overall a successful day here at Epcot. Again, the least amount of thrill rides at any of the 4 Walt Disney World parks.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
I think Disney does an okay job at thrill rides.
Oh, just okay.
Just okay.
How
you know?
you are just like throwing it down there.
I think there's they have some great rides that are more thrilling. But as far as a whole, I don't think Disney does thrill rides specifically, if that makes sense.
I think it's important to take away that Disney does storytelling really well.
Yes.
So as thrill rides, specifically here at Epcot, I think really the only 2 thrill rides here, in my opinion, would be Test Track and now Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would consider Mission Space a thrill ride.
No. For me, I think the most thrilling ride in this park particularly,
Epcot, baby.
Epcot, is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. There's no question. It's great. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Now, Sage.
Yes.
What do you think is the most thrilling ride in Walt Disney World?
How dare you ask me that question? I think Dinosaur, for me, at Animal Kingdom is one of the most thrilling rides because it still petrifies me.
Yeah, same.
It is.
Yeah.
It is scary.
Yeah.
The Cosmic Rewind is still, I think,
Yeah.
out of any of the parks and attractions, I think that the adrenaline rush that I get from Cosmic Rewind is insanity. What about you?
For me, it's Cosmic Rewind, Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's also Tower of Terror.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It's the drop for me. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now go watch our Meeting Every Single Character in Disney World challenge.
And it's already up. Go!
Bye.